if you are joining us again, you may remember that the last time we met, our party sailed their, or not sailed, but rowed their little boat into the water temple, guided by one of their own priests. They had fooled them at first, thinking they belonged there. However, once reaching the location, they were quickly found out by Aeon, who is a dark tide knight, and they had to do quite extensive battle. Where we left off, they had divided themselves from the only two survivors of the conflict, two reavers caught on the other side of two area spells, which had blocked them off from most of the conflict. So our party has posted up on the southern part of a small dock at the very southeastern tip of the Crushing Wave Temple. So we will have to see what they do and what happens. So we'll have to go to the map and to the players. And so here we are. Players, what do you do in the immediate after effect of the combat?
That
Did you?
way poorly than I thought it would go.
Oh, I'm sorry. Don't we still have two more people to go?
At least that. Well, we also got that shark thing going on too. Do you see it?
I can't really see past any of the magic into the hallway.
Yeah.
I drop Entangle.
Is that the square area or the circular area?
It's the square,
Square.
area.
Okay,
The other one I think is Shriek's magic.
there we go. Okay.
Sharik, can you shut down the big spell? See what we got left.
And yes, Sharik will do that. I
Got
can't. There we go.
Don't worry, I got you.
For some reason, there's like Owlbear is really messing with me tonight.
Oh no.
Okay, so the spells drop, and Walter, you can roll. What's your natural perception? Pass
My passive?
Yeah.
12.
12.
Oh, no. 17.
That's much better.
Yeah, you definitely see those two reavers in the hallway. They notice the scribbling of the spells, the vines in the one case, and they're kind of looking in awe and kind of probably wondering what to do. I actually just realized I'm going to have to pull up, see whose turn it is.
It was Sharik, I thought. Right? Maybe it was you. It's either you or Sharik.
May 16th. It's this one. I should definitely make a habit of naming these, right? That would be great.
Yep.
That's it.
Oh, did you find it?
I did find it. Yep. It was actually Eustace, but for these spells to have been dropped, would have had to have been Sharik. So like Eustace would have had to have paused for a moment
No,
and at least help.
Yeah, I'm looking for that big bad shark in the water actually. So
Okay, roll me perception. That's a very difficult perception check, but
Yeah.
you can roll it for me. You would know it's difficult. You know, it's in the water.
it was on natural 20 and it rolled over to a 2. So 10 total.
Okay. The water's moving back and forth, but this is like a weird place where it splits into two along these obviously carved canals. So the water's moving in all sorts of not normal ways. Okay. So so Eustace is doing that, and Sharik would drop his spell. And then it would come back around to
Actually, I want to hold an action just in case if that little sucker comes up and tries to bite the fuck out of anybody.
Okay.
So,
Where's Sharik in here? Okay. Well, either way. All right. So Gabriel's turn would pass, and then actually Sharik would drop the spell because for some reason his token was in here 2 times. But I can see that this is the one that we were actually using. It's the one with an initiative. And then the two reavers would be looking. This would be the moment just after the fight. They're trying to figure out how long they'll be safe and what, if anything, they should do. Gonna see. Okay, it's gonna take them this turn to try to figure that out. So then Walter is gonna drop his spell. And then it would be Eustace's turn again. But Walter, you can do obviously more than just drop your spell, which is why with your passive perception, you see the two. So if you'd like to do anything else, you may do so. And then it would be Eustace's turn.
Okay.
So
I'll just 30 feet. Gosh, I hate how big this map is because it makes our our movement so
Huge.
slow. Let's see how can we measure here?
Is the square still like the same as the last map where they're 10 feet?
they're 10, I believe.
Okay,
It should be on here. Let me see.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, 10 feet.
Wow. That's even bigger.
20. Okay, maybe I can make it there. Okay. I'm gonna have my zombies move, and they can move all the way over here, actually. That one can move there.
Oh, that's right. Those here zombies.
Yeah.
So let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And they're in range to attack.
Yeah, so once the spell comes down, these two zombies just like stumble out from around the corner. The two Reavers are like, and so make the attack with the zombies.
Okay, they get a +4. Ooh, 19.
Ooh, nice. Okay, that's definitely going to hit.
And oh, that's lower. 11.
Wait, that's damage now?
No, that's the second hit for the other guy. So I have two guys.
Second.
They all get one attack.
That one misses.
Okay.
So which one was hit? Like, in
sorry.
other words, which one was attacking first?
Yeah. So the bottom one was attacking first, and then the second one was going to attack the other guy.
Okay. So this one hurts.
Mm-hmm.
All right, roll me damage.
35 points of damage.
Okay. All right. And the other one misses.
Right.
The other zombie stumbles forward and swings its arm, and the Reaver ducks under it. Can you do anything else after controlling that, or is that it?
I'm not quite sure if their attacks are different than my attacks, and let me just
Does it say they attack on your turn?
combat. The zombie's turn comes immediately after mine. It obeys my mental commands, and the only action it can take is to attack.
Okay.
So
they're separate.
I can also do things. So it's like they're like their own being, but I just tell them what to do, and it doesn't cost me an action.
This time you go this time, but in the future you go first, and then
Right.
Oh yeah. Yep. Sounds
Right.
good.
Okay, so that means I can actually attack them. I have to see them first. I guess I'll do a chill touch on one once I can see them, and I'll have to move. And I'll do it on the guy who didn't get hit. I'll just move there so I have sight, and
Okay.
I will attack the top one.
Yep.
There.
Got it. This one go.
Oh, okay. That's a 21 to hit.
That hit. Yep.
Great. So that'll be 8 damage. Its hands glow green, and a ghostly spectral skeleton hand goes and grabs the face of the other one and grabs onto him. And
Okay.
it's stuck there on him until I decide.
Nice. So it's like the like a hand like
Yeah.
like cousin it or whatever, just like jumps up and attacks him, but it's spectral.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. Yeah, he's flailing around, but he can't even like it's not even corporeal. He can't touch it. So the special hand is just like attacking him, and he doesn't understand it. Um, that will, I believe, bring up Eustace. Yes.
How much does it cost to get out of the boat?
Movement wise, it depends. You'll roll me a dex save to walk
Acrobatics?
across. You could, yes, you could roll acrobatics. You could use the acrobatic skill to try to kind of scandal across the door.
I guess I'm swimming
there.
again.
Oh no!
Wait.
What'd you get?
You said dex save or dex or acrobatics?
Well, you asked if you could use acrobatics, which I
That's
assume
true.
is a
That's
larger
true. That's
bonus.
true. My
So,
fault. My fault. My fault. So, yeah, I'll probably go swimming with the fishes again. I rolled a 7.
what was your score? Oh, 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fails altogether. So you will go 5 feet over to whichever side you choose.
Back where I initially started. So.
Shelf back, and this is Sharik, right?
Yeah, that is Sharik.
Okay.
Yeah. So I get back in the boat again.
Okay. To do that, you can roll me an athletics.
Okay. 9.
No. Okay. So you are grappling at the side of the boat, but it's still rocking so hard from when you slipped off that you are not able to get your hands to get like you get one hand on and then it swings back the other way and rips out of your hand, and it comes back, you get the other hand on and it rips out of your hand, and you would not be able to do it. Now you can kind of like when you fall prone, you can use your, that was your action to try to get back in the boat. You can use all of your movement to like stand up from prone to try again, but it will be the same check.
Okay. 12?
Okay. Well, 12 gets you in. Not pretty, but you are prone in the boat, soaking wet
Yeah.
and heaving, and you just manage to kind of get yourself in. You can't even get your legs under you. You're just like there on the ground. But you're in.
Yeah. You hear.
The only thing you'd have left at this point is a bonus action.
Okay.
So I don't know if you have anything to use that with, but you could.
Yeah. Could I? Okay. Could I use a cunning action to bonus action?
What?
Yeah. You can take a bonus action on each of your turns to take the dash, engage, disengage, or hide action.
Okay.
Could
dash,
I dash?
so you can use, that will double your movement speed, in which case you could stand up, and even standing up takes half your movement, which would still leave you 15 feet.
Okay. But then I need to make a dex save? Or
You would have to make a dex save to jump from the boat to here.
I did not realize that my dex save is actually higher than my acrobatics earlier. That's why I was just like, crap. So
try that.
On. Okay. Unnatural 20.
Okay, well then you'll be quite fine. So you you manage to shake yourself off and then get yourself onto the dock, but you are spent.
Yeah. So you said 15 feet though?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can move half this square. Yeah, the whole time you hear Eustace is cussing up a storm. Goddamn piece of shit. God jumps in the water. Goddamn blah blah blah. As he passes by you, Gabe. So dripping wet.
And that is your turn, which will bring up. So there's a lot of dead people in this one on the opposing side. That will bring up Gabe.
There are 2 dead bodies in the way of these future dead bodies. I don't like it.
Dead bodies.
Let's see here. Okay. I don't have oh, okay. I believe I have just a thing for this. Hold on. Sorry. Yeah. So these guys here, well, they're being attacked by these guys, so they're right up in front of them, right?
Yeah.
Shoot, I can't reach them. I don't have any reach weapons, which sucks. I thought I did. I do not. Okay, no problem. So I'm going to switch to my sidearm. So let's see here. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, right there. And I can't just move past these zombies, right? They need to be moved before I can get past them.
Yeah, like, I mean, you can move through anything, but it's difficult terrain, basically, so it costs you twice as much. And in this case, you can't stop your turn where they are, so you'd have to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 more feet to get, like, over here.
Oh, could it? Oh, more feet?
Yeah, like, if you can move 30 more feet, then you could push your way through and get to the other side.
Oh.
You can't end your turn on the same as another token, and it costs you twice as much to pass through a square where another token is.
Honestly, I like that idea way more. Okay, that's a fantastic. Okay, so Eustace goes by me, and I'm just like, don't worry, buddy. And I just like literally Gabe just fucking sprints, just right through everything, pushes pushes past the zombies and kind of like does like a tuck and roll between these two guys and ends up right here behind them, taking up this space. And I'm going to use that was my action and my move. I do have a bonus action and I do have a bonus action attack, so I'm going to use that, which is just my shield. So just bow. I'm going to tap the guy who's already hurt for 5.
You get advantage.
Oh,
Isn't Oh yeah, that's right. Dashes replaces your action. That's right. So
Yes.
you're using a bonus action to got it.
yeah. Do I get advantage for flanking or no?
You do, yeah.
Right. Yeah, not as good as the first roll. 16 plus 6. Right? 6 is my attack? I think so. 16 plus 7, so 23 to hit.
And which one was this again?
The guy who's already hurt for 5 damage.
Okay, very good. And
He takes
Sorry.
2 plus 6, so he's going to take what is that? 8 points of damage.
Got it.
It's not huge, but it's something. As like I barrel through him, get up, like I just clock the guy in the back of the head real quick.
Okay, they're both
That's everything for me. Yeah.
real bad. They're both pretty hurt. This one is actually, oh, thank you for changing that. This one's actually hurt because he was hurt from before as well. And just got hit with the spectral hand, which I forgot to mark on there. So they're both bloodied and bruised. And this one has a spectral hand attacking them still. And so that's going to bring up Sharik.
Shriek is flying, right?
Oh, he is.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Do that. So there's room here. So he's floating right around this corner. I will end his turn there, just for my sake. And come back around finally to this guy who is going to try to run away. What's the ruling on the spectral hand? How long does it stay? Is it still on him? If he runs away, is it still there?
It says that it stays with them, but I can read it for you. If
Okay. Is there a time? Like how long does the spell last? Is it concentration?
the spell is not a concentration, and on a hit, the target takes 1d8 necrotic damage, and it can't regain hit points until the start of your next turn. Until then, the hand clings to the target.
Oh, until then. So the start of your next turn. Got it. Okay, so it's definitely still on him. Okay, so he's going to try to run away. He's going to give up an opportunity attack to Gabe.
And my zombie.
And your zombie. Yep, absolutely. If he gets away, he gets to there. Right, 10. 10.
Oh.
10, yeah.
24. Wait,
Oh, that,
22. Sorry.
That definitely hits. Yes, either way. In the 20s, you're very good. And Gabe?
I want to wait and see if this guy, does it look like they're close to death? Like they might get downed at any moment, or
They were pretty beat up, yeah. So if Walter, if you want to roll the damage on that first.
3 damage.
3 damage. Okay. So what is hitting him exactly?
The zombies.
Oh,
Whatever
right.
they have in there.
Of course. Yep. The zombie is just swinging and catching, scraping across the back.
both of the other zombie too.
They arch his back.
Both zombies get attacks?
Yeah, they're both in the square.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. He's on the angle, so yeah, you can attack with both.
I rolled a natural 4, so.
Okay, that does not hit.
All right, so the guy's still up after the 3 damage?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to take my reaction on the guy then.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Nat 20?
Nat 20. Okay, well, then this is likely it. Roll damage.
Since I'm hitting him with my pickaxe. So that's 48 damage then.
Say anything over an 8, and he'll be dead.
Oh, it's for sure going to be more than 8. 8, 9, 10,
Okay.
18 plus 8. Yeah.
26 damage. Toast. Obliterated.
It's like literally, the guy tries to run, just completely tear him in half with the pickaxe, and I look at the other guy. You better stay put. I'm just hoping he doesn't run because that was my only reaction.
Okay. So in your eye, like, what is true? If this one's actually she, if she stays put, will you earnestly not kill her, you at least personally, or will you cut her to pieces anyway?
This moment, Gabe is truly like, yeah, don't run, and I won't kill you immediately.
Okay. And persuasion.
Persuasion? Shit.
Or intimidation if you're trying to use.
Please,
yeah,
you
can use. Yeah, sorry, I should have said. Yeah, you can use the intimidation or persuasion. In the other case, it would have been deception.
All right, it's not bad. 16 plus 5, 21.
Oh, okay. Yep. Let me just double check about that. I don't think it's possible. No. Okay. She is going to lay down her weapon. Like, not like all the way down, like, hands on the head kind of thing, but like on one knee, puts the weapon down in that second one, like quickly, and then hands up like this to show you that there's nothing in her hands.
Okay, there we go. I just like kick over the one half of the corpse. I was like, okay. Cool. We left one alive. And just me, like Gabe's just like visibly calming down. You can see all the veins stop like being all like protruding from his under his skin. Okay. Puts the pickaxe back in the holster. All right, come on. Move forward past the 2 zombies so we can get you in a nice, proper surrounded position so you don't try anything crazy, all right?
Okay.
Yeah. What's your name?
I have no name.
Oh, God. This goddamn cultist. Okay.
Is she lying?
Roll insight.
If she does something funny, we can call her shark bait.
Her eyes get wide at that.
Yeah, Gabe's not even trying insight. He's not spec'd for it. He just thinks she's fully indoctrinated.
22.
Right. Yeah, it's completely earnest. As far as you can tell, she says she has no name and she believes it.
All right, no name. Come on, move up 15 feet.
Where? Which way? This way or this way?
I'll move her. I just wanted her over here.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I think at this point in time, Eustace begins to check the bodies.
Okay.
While you're at it, Eustace, can you like pile them in the corner or something?
Yeah.
If you don't...
Or I throw them in the water. He'd let that damn shark eat them.
Oh, well, actually, that's a really good idea. After you check them, yeah. Oh, okay. Everyone okay?
As I'm searching, and after I finish the first body, I look at her intently as I pick up the body and pretty much drag it to the edge and kind of throw it in the water and say, this could happen to you if you do anything funny like.
So you're running the pockets of the dead bodies, right?
Yeah.
I need to know one thing. Are you checking the pockets of the zombies controlled by Walter?
I mean, I
No,
could check them.
Yeah.
Either way,
That's-
is someone
that's-
checking them? Okay.
That's all Walter's doing. I wouldn't want to interfere.
You want an
Okay.
investigation check?
Roll me, investigation checks for both of you.
If we spend time, do I have to roll?
You're rolling either way. How much time you spend is
Oh, okay.
what's being determined. You're going to find everything that's on them.
Okay. So I
Okay.
rolled a 15.
Okay.
I got
And
13.
13, 15, and a 13. Okay. You're checking 3, right? You have 3 zombies, I believe, or 2.
2.
2 zombies. Okay. So with your roll, the 2 zombies are going to take you 16 minutes. And with Eustace's roll of a 15, I believe there are 1, 2. Sorry, I got to get a better look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4. The one over there is 5, 7. 7 other ones. Okay. So, let's see. You are going to find on Eustace knows to always check the most important first. And you check the corpse of Aeon first.
Mm.
And you find a waterproofed leather pouch, very nice, made of shark skin. Or, well, you should probably roll for that, but it's made of a very fancy type of skin that you would be able to guess is aquatic in nature. And you can see the water just kind of beads right off of it.
Waterproof leather, what now? Pouch?
Waterproof leather pouch.
Pouch, okay. I opened the pouch.
Okay. Inside it, you find 15 gold pieces, 6 platinum pieces, and 5 delicately carved coral gemstones. You also find a vial filled with a liquid, and that's it on Aeon. For the others, so there's 6. Okay, roll me a d10.
Okay. 10.
Okay, very good. You find 20 gold pieces worth of accumulated coins. We could break that down into 10 gold pieces, 10 gold pieces. You know what? Let's just keep it 20 and just keep it simple.
Yeah, we got
20
a pool
gold pieces.
going, so.
Well, at least they're not that kind of cult where they just take away all the money of the people.
Yeah.
They just take away your name instead.
Walter, roll me a d4.
1.
There's only 2 of them. Okay. And you are going to find an accumulation of, what is that? 9 gold pieces on your zombies.
Any notes, any keys, anything like that?
No personal possessions on any of these fronts.
What was the shark guy's weapon?
Oh, right. Was carrying it's like a shark tooth sword.
Oh.
It's a short sword, though, effectively.
Or like razors on it with like the shark teeth like that? Or
Like, have you ever seen like a Mayan sword? How it's like
Yeah.
solid in the middle and it has it has sharp things aligned around the edge of it. That's the same, but in this case, it's teeth that are all kind of angled in the right angle all the way up to the top, and it creates this sword that they can swing around. And it, effectively serves the same way. It's just much grosser.
okay.
Does it look like it's valuable?
Anything is valuable to the right person, but it would probably take you a really long time to find the right person for this one.
Okay. Well, for now, I'll just leave it.
Okay. The pouch is probably valuable, though.
Oh, I'm keeping
That would
the
be
pouch.
your guess.
Yeah.
You're like a professional guess on that.
Yeah, I'm keeping the pouch.
Okay. Go ahead.
I was just saying, what do we want to do now? Did I throw all the bodies off in the water?
Oh, so it will take you probably another. I'll take your time, and we will say you got to add another 50% onto it to toss all the bodies. So it'll probably be like an accumulation of, what do we say, 20 before, and then plus 10.
Okay.
So 30 minutes.
Okay.
Unless anybody jumps in and helps. That's how long it's going to take you.
Look over at Walter. You don't want any more of these things to bring back
Shriek would
the.
probably help.
Sharik would help. Okay. So for each person that helps,
Yeah.
it will take off an 8 minutes.
Okay. No, I don't need any of those.
All right. I'll let you dispose of what you want to, Rory, on the map.
Oh,
What
yes.
I
Thank you.
throw away.
That is...
I will talk to the woman.
Okay.
Same, yeah.
So you're going to have advantage due to the multiple cases of intimidation that have been demonstrated to her. So roll me intimidation yourself with advantage.
Okay, I wasn't trying to intimidate.
Oh, I'm
I was
sorry.
trying to talk to her.
I'm sorry. Never mind.
I am trying to intimidate though with my presence, so
I did
Okay.
intimidate her. I don't know if I need to
Yeah,
make a
you
roll
have.
for that.
No, that's why they're getting advantage. You basically gave help by doing all of that with the bodies.
Okay.
So it's doubled their
Cool.
chances. So
that is great. But, a 9, whatever.
So then just a regular persuasion then, or whatever you were going to use, Walter.
Okay. I was just gonna start asking questions.
Okay. It'll still take, so you'll have to go in with an approach to
Okay.
this step.
Yeah, sure. I'll just use. I'm not good at any of those social skills, so I'm
Okay.
just gonna use persuasion.
Okay.
I don't get advantage or don't? What was
You
it?
don't, because it was advantage to intimidation, and I was going to let Sam help you, but he failed the intimidation check.
Okay. Yeah, I got a 12.
Okay. Let me see what her wisdom is. She looks at you and grits her teeth as hard as she can. What do you want?
Listen, it'll be a lot easier for you if you just told us what was going on in there. You tell us everything that you know. If you don't, I'm not going to be the one who gets more violent.
She rolled extremely well. She's going to roll me perception.
Okay. That I'm good at. Natural 20.
Okay, so
For
you're
27.
You're going to read her movements immediately. She's opening up her mouth to bite her tongue.
Okay.
She wants to take away her ability to speak to you. What are you going to do, if anything, to try to counteract that? Because you got like a split second.
Okay. Let me just look at what can I do? A split second.
Like, in other words, whatever you do, you're going to have to probably roll a deck save to see if you can even get it done in time to interrupt them.
Okay. Is there a way that like an entangle can just like stop her from doing that? Or like maybe
rule of cool is always in effect. I think that's awesome if you're going to use the the vines and things like that from entangle and kind of pull them out from between the cracks.
like maybe the kelp or seaweed from the like the river or whatever just spring out and just wrap around her mouth like a gag.
Okay, what's your spell casting ability?
Like my spell attack.
Yeah.
It's a 7 plus 7.
Okay, but I'm just curious, what attribute is that using?
Oh, that's everything goes by wisdom for me.
Wisdom. Okay, so make me a wisdom save
Okay.
instead of a dex to see if you can get this spell off quickly.
Okay. Come on. Okay, 18.
Oh, yes, you definitely do.
Ooh!
Okay, so how does the spell read? It's an area effect, I think, right?
It's an area effect thing. So just like all the
Okay.
vines just shoot out of the
Okay, awesome.
or the seaweed or whatever is around that I can move.
And since she was already kind of detained, this is just going to be from here. I'm not going to follow the spells. It's just going to wrap around her and like grab her head and stop her from chomping down.
Yeah,
And
like a horse gag thing.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever it has to do, right? The grasses, the vines, they just shoot out and they kind of tie around it and they pull her down to the ground. And she's stuck there, kind of kicking and screaming, but unable to bite away her tongue. So you didn't have a great session, but you stopped it from going catastrophic.
I'm not really good at the intimidation thing, but I'm just gonna go and like walk next to her as like the vines kind of like move out of like my way, and I'm gonna say, you think that death would be best for you, but you would just be used in another way, as you can see with your friends behind you. And
I'll definitely give that. I'll give you a point of inspiration for playing the room, and you can go ahead and roll a intimidation check now.
okay, 17.
Okay. You can see her eyes kind of widen. The idea of being an undead servant unpleasant to her. She begins to perspirate a bit with fear, and she shakes her head, acquiescing to you. But she can't say anything at this point because the vines and whatnot are still preventing her.
Okay. I look around at Gabe. What's Gabe's doing? What's Gabe's reaction to all this? Because you're standing there, right?
Yeah, he's right on the other side of the captive.
Yeah, like right behind her. So I didn't really see what she was doing when I saw that whole thing. Your quick reaction, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Walter's on point on this one. So you see Gabe's reaction is just like, she tried to move and I was like, oh, I'll go to raise my hand to do something, but you're just on it. You do the tango. I'm like, oh, nod my head. And then you make that comment and I was like, whoa. Literally you see Gabe like, yeah. Like quiet.
You see him snaps?
Yeah. Yes. Go Walter.
Thanks.
That's the coolest thing I've ever heard Walter say.
Walter was just like, I won't let you rest.
Join my army. We're gonna be rolling in here with like 30. I know we can't have that many, but
30, that's crazy.
In Gabe's head, he's like, every dead person's gonna be turned into a zombie. This is crazy.
I think Eustace would probably look over, wringing out his clothes. I think I heard somewhere that, by being undead, you break that chain of like being linked to your god and shit. So you got that going for you, Missy.
She look over at one of the zombies. Shakes her head.
I look at her and I just say, will you be more willing this time, or should we just leave you here?
She shakes her head, yes. Yes.
Okay. Can I just like remove the entangle from her face?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay.
So it's extra anyway. So
how many people are here? More than 30?
yes. Not all of them people, but 30 obstacles. Definitely more than that, yes.
What do you mean not all human?
Well, trolls, those sort of nasty things hidden away in various places, tools that the boss uses, creatures who have come to us to serve the same master as us.
So they're all on your side.
Yes.
Nothing that is like just here and you guys don't want to deal with it.
Not that I know. I mean, there's some sharks in the water, but we mostly use those anyway. So no, I guess not.
Okay. Is the leader here of the water cult?
Of course.
And this is your main base of operation?
Yes. It's the only base of operation.
Do you work with the other cults?
Not willingly. Face kind of snarls. Occasionally we have to.
To bring about the same goal? To bring back, people like Ogre Mock or whatever?
Exactly. You
and
must.
who's the god you're trying to bring back here?
Gar Scatterkeel is, of course, trying to bring back. Oh, give me a second. I know this.
Garskatagil?
Gar Scatterkeel is the prophet, and Ohildra, the princess of evil water.
Jeez, that sounds grim.
Did say that. Of course, it's
I
grim.
know.
She comes from the elemental plane of water. In her natural shape, she is a huge cresting wave with 2 eyes, like large pearls.
That's gonna be fun.
And what do you believe will happen once he'll just brought back?
Eventually, we will be able to restore the prince and turn this plane into the elemental plane, the way things are supposed to be.
You know, I don't think that that's going to be exactly ideal what you think it's going to be. If this becomes the elemental plane, there aren't many mortals that are surviving in it. But I mean, to each his own, I guess.
I feel that perhaps that is preferable as long as I get to play a hand in creating it. If it is the world that should be, then it should be.
And look up at Gabe like,
Gabe is visibly upset by this whole mindset. Gabe looks like he's trying to keep his shit together and not just choke this person out, but he seems to have a thing against these cultists right now.
this Garskatagil. Tell me more about them.
Gar is one of those who found one of the great objects, the Elder Elemental Eye. He was given the message. He is our prophet.
What is the Elder Elemental Eye?
Would you like me to explain our entire religion? I would be glad to, but I don't think your friends will suffer me the time.
Is it a weapon?
In this case, yes. It's a trident
Mm.
of great power.
So you didn't have to explain all your whole religion. You could just answer that question. Okay. This just has gotten just way more complicated. Shariq, Gabe, do you have any other questions for this?
How many more levels are there to this place?
The cult is simply this level.
There's no levels below here?
Oh, there is one level below, but I've never seen it.
Okay, it's better than the last place. Last place had a lot of levels below there.
Question: is this guy that was riding the shark? Is he very important down here? Does he have some clout? Is he consigned to just guarding this area, or does he walk the halls too?
He's kind of 2 questions. Is he very important? Above me, as a reaver, I'm below him. I'm basically a soldier. He would be, I guess, a lieutenant above me. Not extremely important. However, he does, as you said, guard this front entrance.
Did.
Right, did.
So he is not one to wander the halls here, no?
No, he has 2 responsibilities, the jail and the front dock. He only walks the halls between those places and, of course, our lodgings. But all that space is him.
How
Was.
many more lieutenants?
I honestly don't know all of the areas, those that I don't serve. I would guess maybe 8 to 10 more.
I do have a few questions.
Well, really quick before we use this, anyone.
What?
The location of this prison, is it the jail? Sorry, ZFR?
No.
And the protocol for bringing in prisoners. Let's say he were to capture several individuals who came down here under false pretenses, pick them, and would he like cuff them or just lead them with guards?
Usually they would probably come in cuffed, but if they were not, they'd be locked in the cell, and there'd probably be a guard or two posted.
Okay.
Can I ask my question now?
Looks over
Please,
to you,
go ahead.
Eustace.
Okay. So, my question is, you mentioned these there troll thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how many of them trolls we looking at, and what kind of trolls are they?
They're water trolls that I've heard of.
Mm,
They're not in. They were not in Aeon's purview, and therefore not in mine.
mm,
I just know of their existence. There's probably a few other things that I don't know,
naturally.
but you can smell them almost from where I sleep. So
Oh,
everybody
that's
talks
good. So where do you sleep at?
right up this hallway. And her hands are kind of behind her back because these vines have her all wrapped up, except for her head now. But she's gesturing in this direction.
Can I go over there and take a peek around the corner all quiet like?
Sure.
Do I need to make a roll?
Well, you see this hallway, plain
Mhm.
as day. It's a bit shadowed and dim on the other side,
Okay.
but you can make out a door here.
I can see 60 feet, so.
Yeah.
Dark vision.
Oh, dark
Okay.
vision completely? Yeah, so there's
Yeah, 'cause
just
I'm
a
like-
door then.
That too. Okay. I'll
Oh,
turn
right,
back.
right. Dark vision lets you see in like white and gray though, so when you see it, you can tell that it's dark over there because it looks different to you.
But I can make it out to be a door though.
And
or
you
no?
do see a door here as well.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you can make it out with the shadow there, but there is one right here. Your
Okay.
character would be able to see it.
So, and I look back at her. So, is it the door far down on the end, or the door right up here, all close like?
No, the first door is the prison. The second
Ah.
door is the bunks.
All right.
As soon as I hear that it's a prison on this first door, I'd like to use tremor sense to figure out if anyone's in here.
Okay. And tremor sense, does it let you see only things that are alive, or does it let you see everything in there? Is it like an outline?
Basically, the way it's very vague, but the way it's worded, it lets me see anything that makes kind of like, well, actually, let me see.
Anything that moves a bit,
pinpoint
right.
vibrations of a specific radius, provided that the monster or source of vibrations are in contact with the same ground or substance.
Okay, got it. All right. You use tremor sense, you feel absolutely nothing. Nothing's moving in there.
Oh, okay. So I look over at them. It looks like that room's empty.
Yes,
good.
that's true. We have no prisoners at the moment.
That's 1 point to your guys' favor. How do you guys get work done? Do you do your own work, or do you subcontract to slaves?
Well, most of the work here was already done, I know. This was all dug out by dwarves, but I am not a historian. I don't know when. But we use anyone who volunteers to do the work.
What if no one volunteers?
I don't know of any task that doesn't have volunteers. Cultists are willing, and creatures from the dark and damp have risen up and wanted to help.
Got it. So everyone down here is 100% dedicated to the cause.
So far as I know, yes.
I have another
That's good to know,
question. So, amongst all the people I threw in the water, was that all your bunk mates, or is there some more extra bunk mates that are still like alive?
Make me an insight check.
Well,
That was all of them.
okay.
You can tell that she's lying.
Mhm. You know, my friends know me quite well, and I get quite ornery when people lie to me. And, you know, your tongue may be flapping, but there's some wrong shit coming out of it. I think you're shitting out the wrong end again. So, how about we just start that question all over again?
Roll me intimidation.
21.
Okay. Yeah, that all worked. So, okay. There's at least another 4 or 5 reavers that will kind of be cycling onto another shift later, but it's getting close to it, so most of them are probably up by now, and they're going to be getting led there by why am I scrolling right past it? The Crushing Wave Priest. They'll be led by a priest, which you know are the
Really?
ones with those different colored sashes that were kind of
Yeah.
draped over their shoulders,
So
different colored blue.
real quick, like soon, like or
No,
next
I don't
30
mean like
minutes.
that. But in the next 30 minutes or so, I just mean they won't be sleeping anymore.
Oh, okay.
It shouldn't
That's
be
nice.
anyway.
That's nice to know.
Roll me a d6, Eustace.
Yep.
I'm not going to be telling you what this is, by the way. So
Nope, that's fine.
there's something there.
6.
6. Okay. Cool deal. What would you guys like to do now? With if you're done asking questions.
I can so I think Sharik would pull out his bat and send the bat kind of forward to scout a little bit. And did I hear, because I was switching, between devices, did I hear that she said that there's no one in the prison right now?
Yeah, they have no prisoners, and Gabe was the one who discovered that with his tremor sense.
Okay, and so there wouldn't be guards in there then?
No. Well, that was what she had indicated before anyway, based on what she said.
Do you want to, looking at the rest of the group, do you want to find somewhere that we can kind of lay low for a little bit? Does anyone need time to recuperate at all? Or we could use this prison if no one is currently interred.
Yeah. I'll walk over to her. My friends told me I can't kill outright. So, you see this little lovely friend of mine named Walter that brought your friends back to life? Well, unlike whatever the hell you want to call it, I'm going to leave you in the hands of Walter. And if Walter wants to turn you into some shambling, grotesque thingamabob, then I'll let him. But if my friends say nighty-night, guess what? You gonna be swimming with the fishes. And Eustace just gets up and walks away.
Okay. I think you guys, the players, really need to discuss exactly what it is you do want to do here, kind of mechanically. In terms of, I did know that last time you had mentioned wanting to take a rest. You do still have 2 zombies, and you have a captive. So
I have the zombies for
where,
now.
and
Just so
okay. And then what
if we
happens?
do any
They
rest,
just-
we lose that, right? So
you almost certainly would. Yeah,
I-
because even a short rest would be an hour.
I'm just so everyone knows, I'm good to go. I used some of my stuff, but I'm good.
if we're
Oh.
good, I'm good. I've used a spell slot, but that's cool.
Yeah, I'm about
You
to
can
say
get that back in a short rest.
all my short rest stuff I have. I don't have. As
Right.
far as like I have to take long rests to get my stuff back. So
May I offer something then? If we do not want to utilize this creature for one of Walter's friends, or we don't want to consign him to the deep, as Eustace may like to do, if this prison is currently empty, they have no reason to look there for.
I was thinking
Any
the same
issues?
thing.
Very nice.
We could put them there, or there, and then make our way back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's check out this prison real quick and see if we can just drop her in there.
All right. Who's going to do that?
I'll open the door.
I'm gonna go ahead of.
I can't carry her.
I'll drag her if she's not being cooperative.
I think she'll be quiet. I mean, you guys
Yeah.
have scared the crap out of her like 3 times. So we might as well say that she's pretty well terrified and listening. And if you're going to not kill her, that sounds like a good place to go.
Yeah. Come on.
I'm
As
gonna
long as you
go
play
ahead-
along, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead of Gabe and sneak up to that door further down
Okay.
the barracks and just kind of listen
Okay.
and see what's going on.
Okay. So it's you going up to that door, and it's Gabe going up to the door halfway down the hallway. Is anybody else going with either of them?
Yeah, Shriek would. Well, I think Shriek would advance with people. He would send his bat kind of ahead,
Right.
to scout a little bit.
How far ahead?
I mean, right now, if we're just kind of like moving down to a space, he'll probably send the bat like 30 feet ahead or whatever, and then maybe like around the corner a little bit just to make sure that there's not like someone's gonna turn the corner while we're trying to walk in this door. Just buy him some time, and then he may do a little bit more in-depth diving into things later.
Okay. So I think what you'd mostly get is you'd see from your bat, because you see through the bat, right?
Yeah, I can, or I could send the bat kind of forward, and as long as he's within 100 feet of me, he can telepathically like communicate with me.
Okay.
So I think if I'm actively walking forward, I think I'm going to have the bat kind of do that, like
Okay.
just give me a heads up sort of thing.
So the bat is just going to communicate back then, just a corner and a bridge, at least at first. So the bat goes up this way and up a little bit further, and that it would be about that range. Like you'd be able to go about that many feet. So is this the bat's token? Or is that
I dropped the wing thing.
that works. Yeah.
Just for quick and dirty. As I'm trying to find my bearings. So
He's up there. And that's what he communicates back.
then I would send him like just kind of keep a lookout for danger.
Okay. So he'll just kind of keep flittering like back between like these two spaces, basically. All right. Gabe, roll me an investigation, and Eustace, roll me a perception.
Can I ask one more question for her?
Sure. Yeah. As she's like being stood up to walk, you can ask this question.
Is there anybody who's soft on you that'll be coming to look for you?
No. My partner was thrown off the dock. That would be the only one.
Well. Well.
Got a 15 for investigate.
Okay. So you come up to the door, kind of pushing her along, and you see that it's like one of these locking mechanisms on the outside, because it's a prison. So at this point, there's nothing holding it locked. All you need to do is pull the metal flat off the ring, and then you can just push the door. Like you have to like lift this little thing and then pull the flap open and then push the door. And when you do, you just see essentially one of the least finished areas of the place. It's got a lot of crumbling rock on both sides of the door when you open it up, and there's a couple of bedrolls laid out on the ground and like a large bucket which has water dripping in it from the ceiling, and that sits right in the middle of the room, and that's all that's in there.
Okay. Cool. Look, nice and cozy. I don't push or anything. I'm just like, all right, go on inside. I see that there's water, so that's good. And I'm going to basically drop my backpack, search in there, and pull out 1 day's rations and drop it, just place it on one of the bedrolls here.
Okay, nice, very kind.
We took everything from her, right? So I'm like, all right, you're not going to go hungry.
Should I keep one of the zombies in there with her?
It's up to you.
Well, I'm not thinking
him.
the group.
Sorry.
What do you guys think?
I mean, why? We could use the zombies, right? Well, why? Well, did you have an idea why you'd want to leave the zombie here? Oh, we're gonna lock her in. She can't stay. She can't leave.
Okay.
We'll just have to remember to stop back here before we leave.
I mean, I believe that if we're going to advance, we should probably bring all of our resources, and your zombie, I believe, is one.
Rory,
Yes.
I rolled a 25 on perception.
Okay, so you're listening onto the other side, and you hear some faint conversation. From the best that you can tell, it's complaining as to where Aeon is. With that kind of perception, though, you're listening, you're trying to count footsteps, voices, all that sort of stuff. And based on your roll before, you can tell that there are only, 3 people talking and moving around in there.
Look down the hallway to see if anybody's paying attention.
I don't think so. Well, actually, I'll say Walter and Sharik, what are you doing at this point? Oh, well, Sharik, you just sent out the bat. So I guess what else are you doing? That's the question.
I think once we have the prisoner situated, if Eustace is moving ahead. I think Sharik will kind of stealth ahead to join as best he can.
Okay.
I hold up 3 fingers and point inside.
And Walter, what is Walter doing?
Yeah, he'll just move forward with his 2 zombies in front of him and just walk behind.
Move down the hallway.
Hmm.
Okay. So you would, I think, just be far enough behind, and with your 2 zombies in front of you, probably wouldn't really see much of what Eustace is doing. But Eustace is signaling over here, and you see Sharik creeping down the hallway. Meanwhile, coming out of this room, you see Gabe. Gabe, you're stepping out into the hallway and closing the door behind you as Walter is coming down the hall. The 2 zombies kind of out in front, which you'd be currently blocking and getting in their way. They're not very smart either. So one of them keeps going, and the other one's like,
Bumping up against me like it's a video game. All right,
Yeah.
I just like move the zombie. Okay.
Okay, so you move.
I make sure I properly lock this door behind me.
Okay. Yeah, you close the flap, and the thing I'd say is, though, that the thing they were using to keep the door shut is probably not what they keep when there's a prisoner in there. It's kind of just like a wooden dowel at this point. So,
Gotcha. I should have something better than a wooden dowel.
Do you want the piton?
Yeah, fun. Thank you.
Ton
Sorry,
actually works very
your
well.
accent is infectious. Put the piton in there.
Sorry, I had to give my obligatory piton reference out.
Every time you say piton, all I can think about it's like some kind of like dirty word in Spanish.
I can imagine which one. So you guys lock that up. We're going to pause here for a second. So we're going to take a quick break. And you and Walter and the zombies are coming down the hallway up on Eustace and Sharik, who are listening in to the bunkhouse. And we'll be right back in town.
I'd like to take a quick moment to say thank you to our friends over at Hero Forge, a Skycastle LLC product. We are not sponsored by them, but if you're looking for great custom miniatures, check out HeroForge.com. They've been so kind to let us use their art, as many of the miniatures and artwork that we use come from their website with their permission. However, they have not reviewed our content, and so what we do does not necessarily represent their views or beliefs. Again, thank you to Hero Forge. Now, let's get back to the show.
Well, we are back, and so our group has slipped their way down the hallway, and what would they like to do now? You've identified the number of people who seem to be active on the other side of the door. The prison's all set. Your captive is secured. What would you like to do next?
So you want to do that thing
Which thing?
where you turn into the other person? They're talking about
Oh,
they're talking about their dead friend and shit not coming back quick.
Shock Rider?
Yeah, that dude.
Can I use tremor sense to get a quick like position and like size category on these guys in here?
Sure. So that's automatic, right?
Yeah, pretty much, unless you want me to roll something to get like specifics. It's basically up to your. It just says I can detect these things with pinpoint
Interesting.
accuracy. If you want me to get to like top level of like I know exactly what this person looks like through thing,
Well,
that's up to you.
not quite that, but let me, give me a perception test.
I
DC is just going to be 11 because with your tremor sense, it should be fairly easy.
Oh shit! I wasted a nat 20 on a perception check.
Okay, so you really like key into your tremors, and what you can tell is that Eustace is right. There's 3 people standing like kind of right in front of the door. You could see that it's not a very big room, but what Eustace is not aware of is the faint breathing of 3 other lounging people, humanoids, all fairly average size humans, it seems. You don't notice anything that makes you think of any other sort of monstrosity or race or anything like that. Sorry.
Cool. I bring this to their attention. I kind of like nudge Eustace. Hey, there's 6 of them in there.
Well, that makes a world of difference.
Yeah.
Can you
Is
see
there
if
only
there's
one
an
entrance? Can we go around?
Let's go. I had an idea of what we could do. There's another entrance. Some of us could be on one side, some of us could be on the other. And if Walter's cool with it, we just send the zombies in.
There's another opportunity here that I think we are missing.
Right?
They are waiting for somebody to show up who won't show up. Eventually, they will go look.
Mhm.
But we have some time we may move forward. In which case, it may not matter.
Right.
Otherwise, I can go in there as this guy and tell them that I sent the other people up while you guys hide somewhere on the other side of the room, maybe, and that we need them to get on guard duty now.
Oh, you make a good point here, though. We could just go past them. They're not going to do anything right now. And the next stage is on this, looks like past this bridge, which is like a natural choke point. So if we do have to mess around, we could, get on the other side and like really like funnel. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, funnel them in. So it might be a good idea to do that one.
I mean, to every now and then take the opportunity to not slaughter everything in the world.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Once, can we see what's across this little canal here?
Everything here is fairly dimly lit. So just tell me what your vision is like, and then I'll tell you if you can see.
My base vision is just regular human vision, so I wouldn't be able to see. I don't know if tremor sense is going to work for the other side or not.
No, not to see like the structure.
Gotcha.
You can make out like some rough shapes. Like you think like the wall kind of juts out to a little bit, and then it kind of opens up. It gets much more shadowed over here. So you think that must be like an open area. You can see that this here is the start of a bridge. And the bridge kind of disappears into the shadows a bit as it goes across the canal.
Okay. Sharik, you want to do a little recon first?
Yes, I can, of course. Sharik can see himself 60 feet in the dark.
Okay.
But then, so he'd probably walk over here anyways so that he's probably at the edge of this bridge. Then he can send the bat forward. Is there, just if he goes around, is there anything down this hallway, or is that all the backside of the room?
Yeah, I accidentally covered a little too much. There's basically just a hallway that goes straight to the corner.
Okay.
I made the rectangle for that room a little too big.
No problem. And then down here, is there like another hallway up, or?
Yeah, well, I mean, you see the hallway turn to the left.
Oh. All right. Then I think he will step back and then send the bat out to start exploring further into here.
Okay. Well, at first, you just see kind of like these open room. This is an empty sort of shell of a room with the walls kind of having crumbled away a bit, probably no longer secure enough to be livable. The hallway over here on the other side of the canal, you can see yourself. You can actually see to just about here from where you are. And you see the kind of hallway just kind of disappear into shadow. As the bat moves across, he would send a signal back that it opens up a bit into a big room. And he says, there's a big room with trying to see what for sure that is. It's a big fountain. There's a fountain in the middle. But
I probably would just shift
doesn't call
so
out any
I'm
living.
actually seeing things.
Oh, okay. So you would just see this empty room with a fountain in the middle, it looks ancient, and it's got 3 dancing merfolk standing in the middle. The fountain is dry, and the sculpture is badly damaged. 2 of the merfolk are missing their arms, and the 3rd is missing their head. You can tell that hallways lead north, south, and east well, east is the way you came in, so north and south out of this room. A glimmer, so left and right for you. A glimmer of torchlight comes from your right, and there's some light you can see back the way you came. The door to the north, to your right, is covered in painted glyphs and images with aquatic motifs, lots of fish and dolphins, marred by scratches, huge, deep scratches that seem to obscure any meaning. The chamber ceiling here is 30 feet high, and that's all you see.
All right. I'd probably bring the bat back around just to scout a little bit up north here.
While the bat's doing that, I would like to go around to here and kind of get trimmer sense of this area here if I can.
Okay. You get absolutely nothing.
No movement.
No movement at all.
Okay. All right.
The bat sees very dilapidated sections of the rooms here. Rooms where stones have completely fallen in and filled the center and edges of the room.
All right. Is this hallway traversable? Bad,
Yes.
at least.
Yep.
All right.
I would call over Eustace to help me out if he doesn't mind. You got dark vision, right?
Oh yeah.
I can't. I don't think there's anyone up there. Can you get the lay of the land up here just to make sure we're not getting surprised by anything?
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
So, can I see anything beyond?
Where are
I'm
you
at?
looking again?
Up in that dark area?
Oh, up through the hallway here?
Yeah, is that a hall?
Yep.
Oh,
You look
okay,
around
cool.
the corner. Oh wait, I did do that separately. Oh, look at that. So yeah, you can, like if you walk out into it a little bit, you can see like a door here, a door there, and then you just see a wall and a kind of crumbling corner, but you could tell that the hallway seems to meander to the left.
I look back at Gabe. You want to move forward? There's 2 doors on the left side, further up, and it looks like it crumbles and turns left. I can go
Hold
up
on.
there to sneak and.
Hold on. I'll go with you. Let me just tell Walter what we're doing. Since Sharik's kind of like blind right now and he's watching him, I'll kind of go back, tell Walter real quick. Hey, while Sharik's scouting that area on the other side, me and Eustace are gonna do a quick trip up here on the northeast side. We should be back. It doesn't seem like it's occupied.
Okay,
All right,
I'll
cool.
stay with Sharik.
You cool with that?
It's fine.
Okay. If anything happens, just holler. We'll be right back. I'm sure you can hold your own though. You're the real heavyweight. We all know it. Kind of head back over here to Eustace. And I tap him. I was like, all right, come on, let's go down the hallway together.
Right.
As I go up,
You gonna be
sorry.
quiet, right?
I'm pretty good at being quiet.
Okay.
Not as good as you, but yeah.
Okay.
I got a +6 to stealth. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. As I go up, I want to continue to make sure there's no living activity in these 2 rooms here.
I'll just keep an eye out around where me and Sharik are.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's go to Sharik for a second. Sharik, you're seeing through the bat, and you're going to see 6 tall columns of cracked and chipped red marble, which lies east of an underground lake. So you can see sort of some torchlight dancing off water just beyond the room that you're flying into. Crates and bundles are stacked against the walls. Furs, pelts, sacks of flour, meal. You can see obvious signs of sacks of salted meats and large casks that read ale and oil. There are 3 long tables with benches set up in the middle of this room. Here, here, and here. And a large bronze gong stands on the stone quay at the lake edge. A single torch burns in the sconce on one of the room's middle pillars right here. Okay.
Cool.
And roll me a perception. Well, no. The bat, I think, would see very easily. Might have you roll something to see how you react. So when the bat flies in, though, you takes all this in very quickly. Kind of imagine the bat doing these echolocations. It kind of sees all these outlines very quickly. And as it registers, you realize there's one of those fathomers, kind of like the priest, but dressed a little bit differently. One of the people that led you down here. And 3 cultists sorting through a pile of looted cargo. And that's what you sense in here.
And they're at the tables, or?
They are at the loot. And actually, roll me a d20.
Okay. No problem. 16.
16. Yep. And those are the only ones in here.
Okay. Cool. And that's up. Oh, whoops! I didn't mean to actually draw on there. I meant to point. And that's up this way, or?
They are here.
Okay.
At these crates.
Cool. All right.
So actually, we can put them down there.
Yeah. What I probably would do is have my bat kind of perch up. You said the roof goes up 30 feet.
This room, yeah, I'm going to assume it does because it doesn't say otherwise.
Basically, just like up on the top and like perch up there and keep an eye out in this room. And then I'll come back to my senses. Oh, Walter, I found there's a few others in a room down the way over there that with one of the fathermers, a couple of reavers. They're sorting through a bunch of loot, which maybe we don't tell Eustace right away, because then we may go directly.
Okay. Anything else there? You don't see any like magical creatures or golems? Because that was pretty tough at the Earth cult.
Not yet. There's a weird fountain I saw that I would venture to say, judging our luck, will probably spawn into something crazy. Just one of those fathomers, so probably some magic there, but not golem. Where are the others?
They went down the hall when I gestured towards where they went to check for other things, see if there were people.
My bat is standing guard. Shall we go join them?
Sounds good.
All right. I think we'll start making our way quietly to rejoin the rest.
Okay, who are down this hallway? And let's go back there. Eustace, you are farthest down the hallway.
Yeah, I rolled a 21 on stealth.
Okay, yes, you're definitely being very silent. Are you doing anything with these doors? Are you listening? What are you trying to do? I think the original task was to make sure there was nothing in here, or that might have been Gabriel.
I would have conveyed to him that, I would have conveyed to Eustace that I'm handling the doors. You go ahead and check around the corner since you got the vision.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were doing. So.
Okay, gotcha. So Gabe,
is it dark in here or is there light?
All these hallways are dim.
Oh, okay.
Unless you see one of these the green lighting here shows that there's a sconce, but this would only cast light so far. It would be lit like right there, and then it'd pretty much be back to dim as soon as you're 20 feet away from it. Tops.
Okay.
So all this is dim. There's no lights here, and it might even be full dark in some of these places.
Okay.
Like, for instance, when Gabe opens up this door, this is pitch black in here, Gabe. Probably shouldn't have even opened.
That's all right. I just opened the door, pitch black. Oh, I don't have, with my tremor sense, I can't detect any visible, moving living beings. So, drift globe, light it up.
Oh, yes. Okay. So as soon as you do that, then we can go ahead and say that you see there's a pit here that goes 30 feet down,
Yeah.
and you can roll me a wisdom or intelligence.
Well, both the same. All right. Ugh. 2 plus 1, 3.
You smell an odor. You can't quite place it. You've probably smelt it before, but you can't quite figure out where.
You just pass
Um,
out.
no, you're fine. There's just kind of like debris at the bottom,
Yeah.
and that's it.
It's a shithole.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't smell like poop. You'd probably recognize that.
I'm going to leave that alone for now. I'm going to move on to the next door. I know that there's a connection here, but I'm not chancing that.
Okay. And so, Eustace,
Yeah.
you creep around the corner and you see another door here.
Okay.
And if you lean your head a little bit, further down the hallway and look down, you see the hallway kind of opens up.
Okay. It ends.
And if you were to keep going, you'd see that just kind of, ends. The water here kind of comes right up as sort of like a little dock. I mean, it's not like there's no ropes or anything tied here, but
So-
technically you can get right down into the water.
So does it flow this way, or does
Yes.
it flow this way?
It actually kind of flows. So you know that down here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no, that's right. You had to, you had to row in.
Yeah.
So the water's kind of moving down in this direction.
Down. Okay.
And from where you're standing now, with your dark vision, you can hear and see water is kind of rushing down from a higher position here
Okay.
into the canal and then flowing
Gotcha.
this way.
Flowing downward. Okay. Good to know. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
back to this door and listen in.
Oh, also, where you were just standing, you would have noticed that there's a hallway here.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm gonna take a peek around and look down the hallway.
Which I unfortunately can't cover everything because I did actually cover the hallway with the roof this time.
Yeah.
But you can see there's a hallway down here.
Welcome
So
to
you can
Owlbear
see this
Radio.
hallway now. And if you kind of creep around it,
Yeah.
you see again another hallway and there's a door at the end of it.
Okay. Well, the game plan was for Gabe to listen in on the doors, but I'm gonna go to the end of this.
This is going much farther than I anticipated, but
and
I
I'm
can't
going-
control that.
And I'm gonna listen in.
Okay. You roll me perception.
Yep. Nope. 11.
No, you can't hear through the door. That's too solid.
All right. Well, I'm gonna come back then, and on the way back, I want to listen to this room.
Okay. Listen to the other side. Go ahead. Roll me another perception then.
Okay. Nope. 12.
Okay. With a 12, you are going to at least notice a couple things, though. So you come up to the door, and you notice it kind of clicks. The other door and this one are both like stone doors. As you approach this one, you notice that it has an iron plate about 1 foot by 1 foot square set in its middle. So these are very sturdy doors, and they have some sort of, I don't know, iron plate.
Yeah. Okay. With that, I just make my way back to Gabe.
Okay. So I think everyone's kind of coming back together now again. Gabe, as you open this door, you see that it's the mirror image of the door that you had just opened before. Another pit. Someone else who's approaching him, if you'd like to roll a wisdom, you can try to source the smell that is emanating from the rooms.
Is it perception or just straight wisdom?
It was to recognize the smell. So you're not rolling to smell it. That would be perception. This is going to be just wisdom to place it in your head where you smelt it before.
13.
Oh, okay.
That's actually the DC. So you're already good right there. It's fermenting and rotting grain. These were likely silos, you think.
I'll relay that. I believe that perhaps they used to store food here and it's stored too long. Pretty soon, you might have the makings of, natural beer.
Oh, that's what it is. Shit. Okay.
You got
I'm gonna close. Mm-hmm.
Oh, good Lord, Eustace. Where did you
What?
come from?
I'd
You
round
just
the
move so quiet.
round the corner. Also,
I'd tie a bell on you, but
you also
might not.
notice that when Eustace did come around the corner and you actually notice him, you notice the shadows on the floor and whatnot are just kind of wrapping around his feet ever so slightly and around his body. Just
You
touching him slightly.
you feeling all right, Eustace?
Yep. Feeling pretty good, actually. Unfortunately, damn it, can't listen through damn iron doors and shit. But anyway,
I can.
I know.
I can. Show me.
That's what we want. Come on. So everybody needs to be all hush hush like. But there's a few more doors up ahead, and I found the, guess you call it the dead end, where the floor meets the water. At least on this side.
Good. Let's move forward.
Yeah.
I also relay about the wave priest and the reavers over there. I won't mention that they're sorting through loot yet, but I'll say that there's a room with wave priests and a couple of reavers.
Okay.
Cool.
So
Good to
everybody,
know.
you get that information about that other room.
I'm doing tremor sense, 60-foot radius. See if there's anything in this vicinity in here. Anyone alive in there, moving, breathing, making small vibrations.
Yes, you sense 5 living things
Shit.
in that room.
What are they doing? Are they just sitting around? Are they pacing? Are they like reading?
They're all, none of them are making tremendous amounts of vibration. So likely sitting or laying down, perhaps. At least 2 of them, though, must be sitting a little closer to the door and seem to be at least talking, maybe even animately talking, creating a bit more vibration.
I'd like to actively listen in with my perception, see if I can find out what they're talking about.
Go ahead. Roll perception for me.
Sure. Luckily, I roll with advantage because of my shield. 11 plus 4, 15.
Okay. 3, yep. DC was very difficult. This is a thick stone door, but 14 was the DC, so that is going to pass.
Okay.
So you can hear 2 voices, and they're just saying, honestly though, when is the last time that someone's actually come past here? When have we been called to do anything? This is a boring job. We should have pushed to be bodyguards for Gar. That would have been interesting, right? And then the other voice just coming back like, will you quit complaining? How bad could this be? We get to stay here and complete our quest.
Okay.
That's what you hear.
All right, I'm gonna make the sign for all right, everyone's gotta be quiet and just kind of huddle everyone up a little bit away from the door so I can whisper to them. All right, there's 5 people in that room. Seems like they got the boring guard duty. They're kind of not even guard duty. They're on reserve. Looks like they're waiting to be called on. So if someone does fire the alarm, they're going to come running. But until that, I think they're staying in there.
Can we take a look at these doors and see which direction they swing? Do they swing out? Do they swing in?
Sure. Let me see if it says. Probably not. Let's go.
You're thinking what I'm thinking.
Perhaps.
They appear to open outward.
Yes. if they must swing outward, what if something, maybe a piton was shoved underneath the edges of this thing, and how would they come to the aid in case someone did raise an alarm?
I like
How
how
many
you-
do you have?
I have 10, but I keep getting them. And then when I did use them, we bought some more in the town. We just used one. I have 9 now. We have one in that door back there. I have 9.
Mhm.
What?
think
you
I got
you
a
laugh
few
about my
myself.
pitons. Everyone loves my pitons.
Also,
Just bring them out of everywhere, so I don't know where
Well,
to put them.
You don't want to know.
Could that be comfortable while you walk, though?
I mean, I don't do it actively. I'm just saying that it's.
Not in a dangerous, high intensity
jeez.
situation like this, but
I'm
around
not
town,
sure.
maybe, sure.
I don't know. Certain
Walter,
people,
I have a question. I've seen you create walls out of the stone. How loud is that?
As loud as earth moving.
Because it
we
would be
could-
great if you could just make like a wall of stone just right in front of this door so it just physically can't open.
Oh, real quick, there's another door on the other side of this. Not just one door.
Okay. So we do 2 approach, right? We have a man who's got the big hammer, and I've got some metal things you can shove under the door, and a man who can make earth come over the door frame. We just do both and laugh at them when they try to get out.
Further up, there's another door too, by the way.
That's what I said. There are 2. Oh, you mean the way up?
Way up, yeah.
I think it might behoove us to just keep going, leave sleeping dogs lying, for now. Maybe when we're ready to cross the river.
I do not like
now.
dogs. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yes, no, this never good with me. No.
No, I'm sorry to hear that. I like dogs.
Please leave the dogs lying.
Okay. I'm gonna head on over to the other side.
Right gone through.
Thank you. I was really hoping.
That's what jumped into my head too.
All right. So you're circling around the building then. The room. And you're headed towards the northernmost hallway here. And yes, you find another door.
What's behind door number 3?
You open the door.
No, tremor sense, buddy.
Tremor sense. You don't sense anything. Actually, no, that's not true. You sense water.
Oh. Just to double check. I'm gonna listen. Ear to the door.
Okay.
Ooh, thank God for advantage. That was a nat 1. Oh, not much better. 5 + 4, 9.
Yeah, the door's too solid.
All right.
Just
I'm
like
gonna tell-
Eustace.
I'm gonna tell everybody. I hear water. I don't feel movement. I think we should chance it. What do you guys think? Open the door.
I mean, do remember that I gave everyone water breathing, and that should last for 24 hours from the start of that. We did that before we came in.
Oh my God.
Good to know.
It's true. Forgot about that.
We just gotta watch out for critters in the water, though.
Yes, the sharks, I mean,
Oh, they also
technically I could turn into a shark, but
that lady also mentioned about water trolls. So,
do water trolls stay in the water or just are on the land next to the water?
what do I know about trolls? Lovely DM.
Do you have any particular knowledge? If not, you can roll me a history.
As much as the local farmer. 10.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you just know, yeah, exactly like you said, as much as the local farmer. They're big, they're nasty, there's a few different kinds, but you don't really know enough about any of them particularly to know their living habits.
I heard one of them lives underneath the bridge and likes to eat goats.
Can I roll a history check?
Sure.
After having this banter back and forth about where trolls live.
Where do trolls live on the internet?
And how do they live? Natural 20.
Okay.
Yes.
So you know that, yeah, water trolls don't, like, they're not aquatic. They're more like amphibious. They live near water. They like damp environments, but they don't live underwater.
I mean, they do probably could live underneath bridges and everything since it's damp, but they're not aquatic creatures.
Well, what do you know? Something you know and learn every day. I guess knowing is half the battle, I guess, you know.
Well, you're not wrong.
Yeah. See? Got something right.
All right. Eustace, do you think you can get this door open?
Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna quietly shimmy the door open.
Check for traps.
Yeah. Doing
It's a
all
trap.
doing all of the things that I would do to. Yeah. So, do I need to make a roll?
No, you don't.
Okay.
You don't find anything.
Okay. Does it have a doorknob, or is it kind of like a slide open or slide sideways?
It's kind of like a push door. It doesn't
Okay.
seem. It's very old.
Mm-hmm. You said it. Lady said it was dwarven made. So.
The whole place is dwarven made.
Mm-hmm.
This door is probably from after that, but before the cult.
Okay.
It's instead of being new wood or stone, it's an old kind of decrepit piece of lumber.
Okay. Well, I am going to try to push it open silently, or as silent as I can.
It kind of scrapes across the ground a bit, but as it opens up, you see a dark, shadowed room. For you, you can see from left to right fairly easily.
Mm-hmm.
You find a chamber that's been badly damaged. There are several collapsed columns and buckling walls to the passage of many years. But one of the features remains curiously intact, a stone fountain to the left of the room. It consists of a 10-foot wide semicircular stone basin of water with a grinning gargoyle perched on a pedestal jutting out from the wall. Stone doors exit to the north.
Was this door?
Go ahead.
Was this door we pushed inward, or was it pushed outward?
You pushed inward on this door.
Oh, okay. Hey, looks like there's nothing in there except like a statue of a gargoyle and another door and a fountain. This might be a good place to rest up, especially since this door pushes inward. I don't know about that other door though.
Well, perhaps we hold on to that for a moment. I do recall in the last place there was a gargoyle that we had to deal with. Maybe we avoid that for now. Besides, if we don't move with some speed and pace, the zombies may not be with us too long. So
let me just kind of quietly shut
it's a
this
good
door.
Good cinnamon location, maybe.
Right.
Safe spot.
Maybe. Well, we need if it's a gargoyle like the last set of messed up gargoyles, we might need to learn the sign language of the gargoyle again. They might be different here.
So let us move further on. I was hoping this would have led us past some of the other issues.
I mean, there is another door if we want to continue through.
No. I think we wait. I think we stick back here. I don't want to attempt if the gargoyle we are not sure.
What do we
I think
do?
let's just leave the door shut.
No.
Let's go back over.
I mean, I'm fine with shutting this door, but what do we want to do with all these other stooges?
I mean, if this is the response team, it may be valuable for us to deal with them before any issues.
Because I don't want them coming up behind our ass and stabbing us in the butt.
I mean, part of me thinks if we can block off one door, we can have the other door that can be held by Gabriel, or we can open the door, throw some gnarly area spell in there, and then close the door and lock both doors and wait for things to happen.
We can send the zombies in.
I mean, you could. I could also just send crazy lightning tentacles to eat and devour them.
I like that idea as well.
So block one door, knock on the other, and then as soon as they open it, we throw a spell in.
Pretty much, yes, I think so. Then Gabriel just stands at the doorway and keeps them from getting out. And we blast them with spells or use other things to push them and keep them in.
Yeah, we could shank their ass real good, like.
That might work actually. Yeah, if we get Walter to seal the south door with that earth cantrip he's got, right? And then immediately, because they're going to be suspicious of like, what's that sound on this door? Immediately, I open the north door. All of you guys with like area effects and range, just do your first salvo in.
Yep.
And then I place myself firmly in the way of damage.
The major issue is my new favorite one is a 20-foot space, and by walking on the outside of this room, it is only 15 feet wide, is 20 feet radius.
Fuck.
So it would be me casting it on the other side. But it makes things quiet. So, I mean, we could also just... Honestly, they will open the door, I believe, on their own. When they go and they find that they can't get out of that door now, they will come up. That could give Walter time to move around, and then I could cast at the very back of that room, and then we just stand, a little bit away from the doorway so they can get out, but then we block both sides.
We just got to main thing is we got to make sure to be all quiet enough where we don't attract the other ones down below.
Oh, well, that is the beauty of my this particular spell is it, I believe, no, maybe not. They blind. Oh, it's not quite as necessarily. They, within a short distance, they will hear the lightning kind of crackle around, but I don't think it's overly loud.
Yeah, it's 100 feet down the hallway through 2 stone walls.
Oh, that's good.
I think we'll be okay.
I'm ready if y'all are.
Yeah, I like this plan. Walter, how do you feel about this?
I'll go to the south side.
All right. And then
I'll keep one of my guys here with you, and then one will come with me.
So here's maybe the thought. I will need to be on this north side to get a clear shot into that room. 20 feet radius will be, hold on, let me not use the voice. So if I cast it here, we're looking at filling the edges of this hallway area. So it would be, kind of like that sort of thing. So if we had like Walter and a couple zombies here, maybe with Eustace, and then Gabriel and I standing up here, because the spell would end right here. That way I can shoot the spell in here. It would probably...
have any smaller spells?
I mean, they've got smaller spells, but then you got to do some panache. You got to
from what I remember, it made a globe and then stayed there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You want it to stay there so that it continually eats away at all these things.
True.
I mean, I have other things, but it's like shatter, which is very loud.
What kind of damage does the big spell you're thinking of do?
It does acid and cold damage, 2d6 of each. Not that we would say that, but
Mm-hmm.
And can last. It also slows. I think it's difficult terrain for them, and they are blinded if they're fully within it, which is what we did last time, and they're basically just hosed.
How long does it last?
It's concentration for up to a minute.
Here, forget it.
I mean, the other option is I can summon a sea hag.
Jesus.
And put it in there.
Well, you just drop that, it's like, oh, I know Elminster. Like, you just...
I can just summon the stuff of nightmares to reality.
That's gracious me.
But no, actually, I have a real fun idea. If we stick with the ceiling idea, seal the south door, I open the north door, You cast your spell. Everyone's out of range except for me. The pickaxe, it's magic, so I kind of know what it does. I won't be hurt so bad by the acid part of the spell. So you cast it. I'll take the hit for the one round, big deal. I'll pitone it shut and then exit the area. And then they're stuck there, blind, shuffling around, taking damage for a solid minute. And I'm pretty sure that would kill anybody, right?
I mean, one would think it is substantial over time, yes.
I like that just because I think it's more fun. What do you guys think?
All right. I mean, I am fine with it. If you're okay with taking a little bit of damage.
Yeah, no big deal.
All right.
Okay, so we're gonna use this big spell. You don't want me to just send in an assassin that's not used as,
I
Is
mean,
that a big spell for you, though?
but it's not gonna be seen as big as his whatever. I can see the door, and I can just save it for something else.
if we ever take a rest, a short rest even, I'll be able to recuperate energy through the natural elements in the air. But
He gets his 2 spells back a lot faster than you get yours.
yeah.
Well,
I mean, it would put me at that's
how do you
it
know,
for
Gabe?
a
You're
bit.
now an arcanist.
No, I look at you guys a lot. I pay a lot of attention to what you guys can do with your magic because it's deeply interesting to me.
Gabe and I bonded in the cave there when we had that chat with the
Yep.
other people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I told him all
tell me
sorts of
about that.
things.
Did he learn
Yes.
magic there?
Nope.
No, I just told him all about mine. You know how I like to talk
Ooh,
about it.
can we seal that door on the south side? And,
Insight.
Damn it. On who?
On
not
which
me,
one?
right?
I want to see if they're telling me the truth or not.
Yeah. Roll insight and roll deception, or roll deception to see how straight faced you're being, regardless.
I mean, I rolled a 17,
Okay.
and that was a bad roll.
And your insight?
17. Wait. 16.
Oh.
You
He's
can't get a
very
read.
Okay.
I always tell you the truth, Walter.
What
You are
about-
the best of us.
What about Gabe? Like Gabe is already like walking away.
Okay,
Just like, get out
roll
of
your
here.
deception.
Damn you.
Do I keep my roll?
Yes, your roll stays the same.
You have to roll a 17 or higher. Got an 11.
So what does she see from you? What impression does she get from your face?
Gabe is flustered by the fact that he's bringing that time period up at all. He is immediately like stiffened up just a little bit, and he's trying to hurry this along more than usual. Normally, Gabe would, like be playful in this scenario, but now he's like, nope, don't want to talk about this.
Ooh, okay. I rolled just to see if I would spot that too. It's really not the time. We're in the middle of this place. Can you get the door? And then you need to move away from, because I'm going to cast like at the back of that door. So, Can you do that at any range, or you got to be like
30 feet.
Oh yeah.
I mean, maybe you can even do it like down around the corner a little bit, like as you got to see it, but then you run backward from there once you cast it, and then
shoot it from like right here and then move back.
Gabe, you can sense where they are. So I mean, if it were me and I hear a scraping sound or the sound of earth coming around, which you don't know what, I've never heard that other than when Walter's done it, I would check the door first and then come up and open the next door once that didn't happen. So we could, we could theoretically wait, or you can feel them go to the door and then you can open it while you know that they're there.
True. Yeah, I can do that.
Just buy Walter a moment, a few seconds to run back towards the beer pits.
Either
So
way,
I have to be here to see the door.
you could.
I was thinking like,
probably.
Yeah.
like here, which puts you out of it because you'll be cut off, is the question.
Here?
But if you were here and then you ran up here, if we gave you one turn basically to run up here, then you'd be fine.
Yeah, I just don't want to be like too far down and then like.
Oh, I see.
You know
Be
what I mean?
separated.
Being too separated. So it's like be here
Basically, it would be
and then cast it and then go.
Here. So 5, 10, 15, 20 would be, like here. And then
Here, I could show you exactly where you need to be outside of.
20 is here. So if you got to here after casting it, you should be safe.
It's a 20-foot radius.
Okay.
20-foot radius. Yeah, and this would be the center. I'm just bad at centering things.
Actually, these are 10-foot squares.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then
This is what you
sorry,
need to be outside of.
I was looking at a 5. So that should be touching this door, however that makes it happen. That's or filling most of this room is.
Oh yeah, we need to change that then. Yeah, because you don't want to target the back door.
So I'm gonna I thought there were 5-foot doors, so I'd target like right in the middle of this.
Erase this. I could show you where you want to target.
Sorry, I forgot there were 10.
No, we all did. I can't see in there, but you're probably going to want to do something like this.
This is where he's saying.
Like there.
And this is the wall.
This would target pretty much everyone in the room, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You can see through there.
And that's even better because then you're like
That's-
literally only.
Yeah, I don't
That's
have to move at all.
targeting. That's targeting right here.
Yeah, that's perfect because then you're safe there. Then you can come up and join us
Yeah.
in case we need the help.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
That's
you just-
fantastic. That way, yeah, I barely have to take anything. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
I think we will pause it here though at 11:27, and we will have to pick up this plan and see how it goes.
Sorry. Yeah.
I think it's a good one though.
And as the
Murder
party
box.
looks, the zombies have 2 signs around their necks. One reads Jerry, the other reads Tom.
Tom and Jerry. All right. Thank you everybody for joining. This has been another adventure of Princes of the Apocalypse, and we'll be back in 2 weeks to do it again. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.